gentlemen, start your engines.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! This is Talladega, boys! Let's go racing!
With help from Michael Waltrip have gone to the front. Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin have drifted way back outside the top 20, as did Jimmie Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. when they exchanged positions to get the other car out in clean air.
They're all the way back to 25th and 26th.
Here comes that train up the outside, and it's Jimmie Johnson 48 and Dale Jr. 88. Big head of steam. And then come the Toyotas of Casey Kane and the 83. Brian Vickers with him, teammates working together also, and they have overhauled Bowyer's Express. Bowyer Waltrip back to the front. Now Clint Bowyer has 3 teammates in this race: Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Paul Menard. But from the start, he and Michael Waltrip have been nose to tail, and it's worked well as around goes Vickers, and caution waves.
Remember Brian Vickers in '83, he had been hooked up with his teammate Casey Kane in that 4 most of the first part of this race.
I thought it was when they did the hookup, but you'll see here, 22 car gets Castle loose and just drives him into the side of Vickers' car there in the 83.
How'd Casey Kane get past?
How'd
any of them get past?
The 17 car's got to have a little left rear quarter panel damage, but
you're talking about experimenting. How about Carl Edwards in the 99 and Marcus Ambrose in the 9? They were one of the 2 drivers that waited to the second caution lap to make a pit stop. Here they are battling for the lead. We know they restarted at the tail end of this pack.
Trevor Bayne driving for the Wood Brothers, the Daytona 500 winner. Pardon me, coming through. He and Greg Biffle, who just signed a 3-year extension with Roush Fenway. We have a new leader.
You hear anything?
Yeah, that was not an earthquake. That was the crowd here at Talladega when Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the lead a second ago.
We have another new leader, Brad Keselowski, who will lead to the line. Ooh, 3 wide. Kenseth up the middle. And the leader is Kenseth, half a car length.
Some of the drivers tried to make deals with other drivers, and in some cases it's really worked. Certainly Jimmie Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a case in point. Greg Biffle told me before the start of the race he was going to run with whoever he could, and he didn't care who it was. If somebody was fast, he was going with them.
That somebody is Trevor Bayne, and Bayne wants the lead. Gets it.
I think that was planned. They needed to make the exchange. Trevor must have been getting hot, but boy, look what it does to you when you make that change.
Lose so much momentum and lose the drive.
Let's take a look at Trevor Bayne's pit stop here.
Right front, Larry. The guy on the right front was having it. He couldn't get the tire out. Remember at Daytona, the shock wouldn't let the tire fall down, and it cost him a lot of time at Daytona.
And the jack man had left the jack to do something at the rear of the car. He wasn't in position to raise it higher for the tire change.
Well, a couple things on Trevor Bayne, Darrell. One is he's got a little vibration in the car, but more troublesome is he's got very little water pressure.
4 against the wall and sliding down to the inside. Reagan's in it. Casey Kane, Marcus Ambrose, Trevor Bayne, and Brad Keselowski. And a whole lot of dreams just went up in the fence in turn 3. Casey Kane aflame. And Keselowski may have been bumped by his teammate.
Boy, it sure looked like it.
Think back to that first caution, it was Kurt Busch that got into Landon Castle as well. Boy, Marcus Ambrose in that 9 probably wondered what in the world, where did he come from?
Boy, a bunch of them are wondering that right now.
A hot knife through butter. That was Denny Hamlin's 11 and Logano's 20 as they sliced through the front 4. Kurt Busch, younger brother Kyle, the 22 and the 18. Whoa. Shoot out to the front, and here comes Bobby Labonte up the center, and he's got help from Martin Truex. Whoa.
What other than maybe right here in the tri-oval?
Well, Harvick and Blaney tried to pull the switch. They got a little too far away from each other as the Busch brothers were coming and almost stacked everybody up.
Kurt Busch here, the 22 car going with 4 tires, and right now you see the official pointing. They've got a lug nut issue on the right front. You can see the crew member right there going around to put that lug nut on.
What did Kyle say? Let's see what happens on pit road.
Well, I think we just saw it.
Dave Blaney, the former World of Outlaws Sprint Car champion, has already led twice, and now he leads for the 3rd time today with an assist from Kevin Harvick. Trouble on the back straightaway.
Big wreck.
Kyle Busch is against the wall, and other cars are damaged. 49 laps to go. Matt Kenseth is in it. Lot of right front damage. And Joey Logano and Kyle Busch would have been a major part of this one. Watch the orange number 20 of Logano and the blue 18 of Kyle Busch.
Right at the top up here of your screen. Just haven't liked this personally. I haven't liked this combination.
It was right there on the exit of the corner. It looked like his car was a little bit loose to begin with.
You know, that could have been one of those situations where the 18 was closing on the car in front of him there. I think it may have been Menard, and had to get out of the throttle just a teeny bit, and that's what caused the 20 car of Logano to turn.
Things getting busy at the front of the pack. Harvick the leader. Here comes McMurray. Here comes Truex. 4 wide. Martin Truex may lead this lap. No, he does, and Burton hangs on.
He saved it. I cannot believe Jeff Burton saved it, and that was over 190 miles an hour.
You're going to see him take a little bit of a wild ride right here in the old cat car. She is out of control. Never lifted. Right back up in front of Menard and kept on.
21 to go. Green flag.
Saw Regan Smith in 78, Mike, right past the start finish line, jumped down in behind Dave Blaney in that 36.
Which is fine unless Blaney goes up and picks up the 29 of Harvick.
Well, we know they've run together earlier in the race.
Harvick's having a hard time getting up to speed, though. Man, his car is really slow to come alive. Starting to pick up a little speed, but everybody's going by him down the back. That is not what he needed to see.
Toyota's to the front now. Truex.
Whoa, no.
Newman saves it.
They all saved it. McMurray's still on the back, on the apron.
Unbelievable.
I think Juan's got the most damage out of that.
No caution.
And Montoya.
Definitely a lot of damage on the right front of the 42 car.
How did Ryan Newman hold on to that race car? I don't believe he saves that race car thanks to Montoya.
You know why? You know why Ryan Newman can do that? Dirt track racing, man. That they get him that crossed up on dirt and save him all the time. Then 42 pounded into him and got him back up in the racetrack. But that is an amazing job of driving. That right there, most guys throw up their head and say, I'm done.
But watch Regan Smith in that black 78 turn straight up the hill. That's why he lost some time, but he's glad he didn't lose a race car.
Around goes a car in the back straightaway, and it's Newman.
Can he save it again?
Yeah,
he did.
And we have no caution.
Oh, yeah, he's got to stop.
Now we'll have one.
Just got into him just a little bit wrong right there, and it doesn't take a whole lot of just. I know you can shove and push, but you get that wrong angle. I'm not. Maybe let's rethink that. That looked. I'd like to see that again. Maybe had a tire go down.
Believe it or not, after 2 wild incidents, Ryan Newman is still on the lead lap and still with a car that he can race. Here's the most recent one.
I really, as I looked at this on a second time, the 11 car has a lot of that tape on the nose. Also, the 39 has tape on the rear of his car that just didn't slide. I think he just whooped him around.
A lot of these teammates are already hooked up together the way they're going to restart this race with 11 to go.
Kurt Busch needs some help. Blaney crosses down in front of the 22, and they hook up. But here comes the pole sitter, Jeff Gordon, with outside front row starter Mark Martin, or rather third place starter Mark Martin. Here they go to the lead.
And here come their other teammates back there, Jimmie Johnson in that 48 and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 as well. And they did it early enough, they're able to recover from it.
And they're fighting back. Oh, a car around. And
around goes Blaney.
He saved it. He saved it.
No yellow. The bell lap, and the man who started up front leads it, Jeff Gordon.
But here comes the next two pair. These two cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. It's going to get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmie Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Juniors cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out, down low.
Way
Good
down
run.
comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line. Maybe Jimmie Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2 1/1000ths of a second he beat Boyd.
Okay, a 1/16 of an inch. What a finish.
That's how you do teammates, man. Go up and congratulate them. Both y'all won that race. Both y'all.
An unbelievable finish where Jimmie Johnson had just enough room between the two cars on the inside and the double yellow line, because crossing that would have cost him the race. He had the room. He made it work. Here they are coming down the back straightaway, 5th and 6th.
I think what really helped them was when the 24 and the 5 got side by side, and the 33 and the 29. They gave the 48 and the 88, Jimmie Johnson and Dale Jr. That gave him a real suck right up to the back of this foursome right here. Now, when these 4 cars are running side by side, you've got to find a place to go. Thought about the outside, but knew he couldn't do it. Right here, Mark Martin could have maybe saved the win for Jeff Gordon, but he didn't get down in front of Johnson quick enough. Johnson got to suck off of all those cars, beat everybody to the line first.
Look at Carl Edwards. He was 3 car lengths back exiting.